Hey everyone, welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Welcome.
This
Hello.
week, Gus.
Gavin.
Me.
Matt and Burnie.
And Gus, like always.
10,000 people a year are killed by tsetse flies. I know about those.
Tsetse flies.
Tsetse.
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 TSE flies.
Okay.
Then 10,000 people are killed by the assassin bug. I don't know.
You feel like the assassin bug would be upset about its low ranking on that list and like be trying to work its way up.
Where is the Ninja Turtle on there?
But right behind that is freshwater snails.
What?
Yeah.
Freshwater snails.
2,500 people a year are killed by roundworm, 2,000 by tapeworm. 1,000 people a year get killed by crocodiles. 3 a day.
Dude, did you see
3
that-
people
did you
a
see
day
that
get killed by
one-
Way
crocodiles.
less than dogs. 25 times less.
But crocodiles like getting killed by a dinosaur.
Who gets done in by a snail?
Yeah, they get
That's like you had bad escargot, right?
schistosomiasis.
Yeah.
I'll look that up.
But
Bad
it's like,
French
that's got to be
restaurant?
the worst. Like, you go to that funeral, like, how do you die? Snails.
What do you do? Trip on the snail?
He just couldn't get away.
You're 50
He
times
couldn't
more
run
likely.
fast enough.
50 times more likely
Just-
killed
they
by a
caught up to
hippopotamus
him.
than a shark.
50 times more likely to get killed by
10 people a year get killed by sharks.
everybody-
That's it.
I'm stuck on the snail thing. Should everybody go around with salt?
Schistosomiasis. I'm gonna look this up. Schistosomiasis.
So let's take bets. Is this going to be like eating snails or like how is this snail death accomplished? Yeah, I think he's looking it up. So
Or maybe like infecting the water or something?
like they drink dirty water that snails have infected somehow.
Yeah, like snail slime in the throat.
I want to say it's Star Trek II Wrath of Khan snails.
Oh, in the ear.
Yep.
Okay.
They put it in the helmet, crawls in the ear,
That really freaked me out as a
and
kid.
you get possessed.
When I was a kid, I couldn't watch that scene.
Oh, I
What
was the same
scene?
way.
What?
In Wrath of Khan, when they put the green thing in the ear.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucked me up too.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
That was rough. I'm gonna say snails go in their nose while they're asleep.
They transmit a parasite, which I don't know why they don't say the parasite is the thing that kills people,
Yeah.
but it's the main vector for the transmission of this parasite, also called Katayama fever.
E.
It's a disease caused by parasitic worms of the schistosoma type.
So where do the snails come in?
It may tell you this disease is spread by contact with water that contains the parasite. These parasites are released from freshwater snails that have been infected.
So I was right.
The disease is especially common among children in developing countries as they are more likely to play in infected water. Other high-risk groups include farmers, fishermen, and people that using infected water for their daily chores. God, can you imagine if water killed you? That would suck.
Would you take $10 million?
No. Yes?
You just
Sure.
get it. But for the rest of your life, there's a snail that's trying to get you, and you can't ever be touched by the snail, otherwise you'll die.
It's
And
like
is he
chasing you around.
actively trying to get me?
It's going for you at all times.
Wow.
But at the speed of a snail.
I would totally take the 10 million.
And if it touches you, you die.
Yeah. So you could like go to a different country and try and forget about it. But eventually it would show up.
Yeah. Especially if like the $10 million came with immortality as well. So then it's like the snail will, and the snail's immortal as well. Yeah. So it's like
This
eventually.
is the dumbest hypothetical question ever. I don't like hypothetical questions to begin with.
But you can
this
never-
one fucking takes the cake. There's a snail hunting you down, and you're immortal, and it's immortal, and you've got $10 million.
It's just time. It's just time. It's just time. It'll get
It's
you
just-
eventually.
I thought it was a great one. Like think about it. If it
awful.
started at work, you could go home, you'd be safe for the night. When you come back to work, be careful.
Like I would get on a spaceship and like go to another planet because I'm immortal, and then I would video conference with somebody and say, "Show me the snail." And they show me it on Earth, and then but then whenever you land on like Alpha Centauri 2, you get off on the plane and be like, "Where's that fucking snail?" I would be,
Well, you don't know. Like, you're on that video conference, you start thinking, what if the snail got to the guy? And that's like another snail, and the real snail is coming to get you.
it's like the snail's in the doorway, slowly creeping up on you, going, "Laugh it up, asshole." Look at you. How disappointed would the snail be every time you change directions?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You could just wait for it to get right up to your foot and then just step over it and go the other way.
What
It'd be
happens
so
when the snail
pissed off.
kills you, when it gets you? What does the snail do at that point? Does it get a share of the 10 million, whatever you haven't spent?
Yeah, it just sits in the briefcase of money.
Who was it that told us that Michael Bay story the other day? That was funny. That Michael Bay would fire people like just indiscriminately, but if you just went and changed your shirt and came back in a different shirt, that he would know it was the same person, and you would just keep working.
Coming back with all the glasses and the nose.
Yeah, exactly.
He identifies people by shirt. Like, every day does he get a whole
you,
new crew.
You red shirt. I don't like you anymore. You're out of here. And you come back in a blue shirt, and he's like, yeah, I like your style. Yeah, stay in there. Yeah, do some of those crazy shots.
I'm sure it's a great guy.
Yeah. Blue shirts are my kind of people.
I would just buy a ton of the shirt that I was wearing, and then when I get fired, just give everyone that shirt. So it's like, which one was it?
You're lost in the crowd. You're like the Assassin's Creed character. But it'd be great to be like, actually hire somebody who that is their job.
To be
get
fired?
fired?
Yeah, just like you tell them, like, all right, like you start your job. It's like, welcome aboard. This is craft services. We're going to be call sheet. It's at 8 a.m. Sometime between about 2 and 3. Director Michael Bay's going to come out. He's going to fire you. And then just for the rest of the day, do whatever you want.
I wonder if that's a resume someone has. It's that they're the fire guy on a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
They'd be
just-
like,
that's
what do
all
you
they
do?
do.
Like pyrotechnics? Like, no, I get fired.
Yeah.
Fired from movies.
Helps the director establish dominance. And it's my duty. No big deal.
I would
No,
just.
I'm
That'd be a
little
good union
surprised
gig.
That is not a union gig, and that job doesn't already exist in Hollywood.
How has that not been a movie yet?
the fire.
The guy who
fire
gets
guy.
fired.
Fine guy.
Would be great if
There
the guy
was-
like showed up the first day and did a really great job, and then like the union reps are like, "You need to fire this guy. It's like, he's great. He's a hard worker.
He's better than the actual crew.
They go on strike. Everybody but that guy. They shut down the movie, and the one guy who's supposed to be fired still works. He crossed the line.
I think we got a new comedy on our hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that like
I get it.
the-
I complained about it all the time. I'm so fucking busy.
the recurring dream a lot of people have, where you have missed your classes for the year and then you have to do the final
Still
exam?
have it. Still
Right.
have it to this day.
I did that in real life.
Did you?
Yeah, twice. Once, I mean, two variations of it. One was a biology class
Yeah.
that was it was like one of those classes like Gus is talking about where it was like 15 people, and I was like, I'm getting out of this as fast as possible, and I thought I had dropped it, and then I turned out I forgot to drop it, and then I realized later that I hadn't. So then I had to go and catch up, and it was like we were basically on final exam by the time I realized it. So that was terrible. And then the other one was the dream where you wake up and like, oh, I'm in the test but I missed the test and I slept through it. I did that on a like a Spanish exam. Like you had to read these like long paragraphs of Spanish, and I fell asleep while I was reading it.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
I woke up when I heard a door slam because there was people starting to exit from being finished with the test, and I was on the first page, of like 20 pages or something.
You just like,
Yeah, pretty much. It was like multiple choice, everything's a C, or whatever. So
Everything's a C except your grade. I walked in to use the urinal the other day, and Josh was using one of them. So I stand at the one next to him, and when I start peeing, I become very self-conscious about the strength of my stream.
do you have a weak stream?
No, I know. It's like, what if my stream sounds weak? Do people with small dicks have weak streams? And I was like, what if he thinks I have a
Doesn't work
small
that way.
dick because my stream is too weak? And then I got in my own head about it, and so I had to turn to him. I was like, listen, man, I don't know what's going on. I was like, I'm really self-conscious about this.
So you started
urine
talking to
stream
him
right
about it?
now.
Did you start pissing harder to try and make up for it?
I
Like,
did, but I don't know. I was like psyching myself out in my own head.
surely a smaller penis would have increased flow.
Right.
Well, it's like when you
There's
put
an
your thumb
inverse
over the top of
relationship?
a garden hose.
No, it's like in a funnel. Like you pour stuff in a funnel, it's like whatever speed, and it comes out like
Yeah.
because it's all compressed down the. Like someone with a big limp dick would have a really weak piss stream, I think.
Just have longer to go, just lose pressure over time. Right?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. It totally makes sense.
So
to me.
now
I'm just wondering
So now
now-
I can't pee in the sound check anymore. I have to go to the bungalow for
Well,
that too.
gonna happen to
why
you
don't you
eventually.
why don't you just do what Bernie suggested, kind of, and just put your thumb over it, like a garden hose?
Just do that.
Because then it's like, right?
There's
Yeah.
no way you can control. You need like a thimble or something to
Oh, no, you,
control.
no, you can do it. You can do it.
Is there a product
same
out there
principle.
that you can use that's like make your urine stream sound stronger?
Just get masking
It's like
tape
a little.
and like cut like just trim the hole down with masking tape, and that's it. Then you have like
Should we do a
thing.
test on this? Like,
Yeah.
what can you put around your bell end to make a stronger stream?
You're gonna get an attachment like one of those garden hose
What do you
nozzles.
really
With the
need?
click click, or you get a jet, or you get the spray.
Yeah.
You need one of those
Make
syringes.
a rainbow in the bathroom if you
You need
want.
like a syringe without the needle on. You like plunge it,
Yeah.
just the end, and just put that over the top, and it would funnel it in.
What is one of those things too? It's like we all know how to pee harder. Like if you have you're peeing.
Dan
and then
knows as well.
It's just a natural thing. Like I need to pee faster or harder,
right.
and that's just a thing that you can do. Like I
But
can make myself pee
Have you
faster.
have you ever pushed yourself to maximum force? Because I
don't know.
I've done some pees where it's just like I need to wrap this up.
Sounds like a tagline of a terrible
need to wrap
80s
this
action movie.
But sometimes I'm just think,
I got places to go.
I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna sit here all day.
like sometimes it's like I got places to be. Like, it's like, and you go, and I feel the strain, but I've never really gone for it. Like I've never gone, like pissed as hard as I possibly could because I'm worried that I'll like piss some of the inside of my dick out. Like something will come loose.
Like you'll hit the back wall too fast.
Yeah.
You'll invert something.
Or just like a piece of blood will come out or something.
A piece?
Oh my god.
So what capacity do you think you have peed at?
70, no, 80%.
Really?
80%.
Yeah.
See,
What about you?
Well, when I was younger, I mean, it would go for. I didn't think about velocity. I mean, I didn't have like a team of like German engineers there clocking me or anything like that. But what I would do is I would see how far back from the toilet I
Yeah.
could stand.
You end up like pissing from the corridor, like arcing it into the bog.
I'm surprised that there isn't a device that people can put into urinals, like in public restrooms, that show like the pounds per square inch of pressure that you're
didn't we-
outputting at any moment,
That
and
would
they
be
have like a
brilliant.
digital
Isn't that a game in
LED
Japan or
display?
something?
Is it? Yeah,
Did
it
we
seems
talk
like
about that
the
at
kind of thing
midnight?
you could do no problem. Where
Like
it's like
when you go to the fair and it's got you do the water gun, the water pistol, and it raises
Like
the
piss in the clown's
you
mouth.
could get, and then you could have like a leaderboard, like today's high score, this
Yeah.
week's high score, all-time high score, and you're like, oh man, that's some serious pressure.
It would sell a lot of beer, wouldn't it? You
Yeah.
would buy a shitload of beer.
We should absolutely do this.
We would film library footage between shoots just to have something to do. And a big thing that was requested for this library footage was a dandelion. You know when a dandelion goes all white and you blow on it and
Yeah.
all the seeds go. They really wanted footage of that in slow mo because like weather channels wanted to buy it and stuff for like the start of spring, whatever. So this was on our list for months, and it finally came around to the time of year when we had to get these dandelions. We were keeping our eye on all the dandelions on the street, and eventually they were all like perfect to be filmed, but they had to be like pristine. We couldn't have like a busted one for the shot.
No way.
So I went outside and had this block of stuff that you can stick sticks into.
Yeah.
What is that stuff called? I don't know what it is.
Like for flower
Like
It's like
flowers
foam or
or
something.
something?
Yeah.
All that oasis stuff. And I collected, I probably spent, not kidding, 2 hours and then protecting it from the wind and like walking around really slowly. And like I got maybe like 10 of the best dandelions I could find walking all around. And then I protected all like this from the wind. Walked out of the park we were in. We're probably like the equivalent of 2 blocks away from the studio. And the guy I was working with came down in the car and he helped me. Like we went across the street and I was like, oh God, the wind's going to wreck him. And we got in the car. Shut the doors. He turned the engine on. The air conditioning blew him away.
Oh my god, really?
God.
I was so mad. It was one of those moments where you just look at each other for ages. It's like, oh, why?
And then you went and collected dandelions again?
I didn't do it that day.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No, we were too mad.
That's
I
like the
believe it.
worst kid's book ever. That story.
And they went in my mouth and my hair and
The
stuff.
sad dandelion.
The dandelion did not get to fulfill its destiny
Yeah.
of being shot in slow motion.
You know, before the internet, one of my favorite shows in the world was America's Funniest Home Videos. I used to watch it in college.
We
and
still watch that at our house.
drive Matt crazy. But one of my favorite clips ever from there was they show a little girl a dandelion, and she's supposed to blow it, and she just goes "Ooh," and like eats it, and like she opens her mouth, and you get to see them all like coating the inside of her mouth.
It's kind
Well,
of
it's like some things with like you can have like a vag cyst,
Go on.
Go ahead.
but they can only fix it when it's fully inflamed.
I had to wait forever to get my vag cyst fixed. I remember.
So
I had to wait I had to get off birth control for like 4 months.
What if
Like there
you're
are some things that they can only remove if it's swollen.
Nope.
No, yeah, it's
What are you talking about?
like some puffiness.
What do they wait? They wait for your reach maximum
There's
puffiness.
some illnesses where they have to be in full effect for them to fix them.
They'd say,
So
look,
if
if you're
it
not
dies-
sick enough.
They're like, hold on, you need to go home. You need to rub on your cyst for about 30 minutes a day. Come back in 3 days, get it
Yeah.
nice and red and
You don't
angry.
have enough diabetes. Here's some Gatorade, and then come back. But I know what he's talking about. There is something
It
though where
happened
it's
with
like,
my ball before it fully twisted. It was sometimes like partially twist and get swollen, and then I guess twist back. But they couldn't do anything once it twisted back. They were like, I guess just come back when it twists again.
once
Come
it
back when it
permanently
twists
twists.
again.
Wait a minute. So you knew that
Go
you had that
dancing.
condition
See what
before?
happens. What was the?
You knew what it was when you got hit by it?
No, I just got a swollen ball. Like every like 9 months, it would swell up.
A swollen
Really?
ball?
This is the first time I've heard this part of the story.
Yeah, I didn't know that too. I thought he just went home one day,
Yeah.
ball went nuts.
No, I didn't. You
Ball
guys know
went
about it
nuts.
because
Go
I
to
was
the hospital,
here.
piss on a nurse, and then get operated on.
I think it was like a Oticon or something with Jason when my ball twisted the first time, and then
Ow.
he
That's
started.
scary as shit.
He was drawing me little pictures of waffles fighting testicles. I don't know.
Why?
Because we were like bored of the convention. Sorry. I still have it. It's weird, but that's when it happened for the first time.
Bye.
VidCon.
I thought
took
it
it
would
back
be
to our
good
booth.
to
I set it in the
keep
middle of our booth,
continuing to
right like then we had our
sign
stuff
on
up. It
the
was
Tower of
right in the center of our
Every
booth.
time I